Which team should the Patriots be most worried about heading into the season?
Boy, this is going to kill me to say it, but not as bad as it's going to kill Stephen A. Not as bad as it's going to kill Stephen A, so that makes it a little better.
I was so
tempted. Look, let me tell you how this works nowadays. Dynamic offenses can be the basis of a championship team, even when the defense isn't great. The Patriots showed you that last year, as did the Falcons. So I'm sorely tempted to take Oakland, who's like the AFC version of the Falcons. I really am, especially with Derek Carr. But when you look at Oakland, last year, a lot of those wins were close. Their record maybe was a little bit competition over. And so it is with great regret that I inform you that the answer is the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys have a young and improving star quarterback, a great running back, a great offensive line, and yes, they lost their defensive backfield, but you know what? They weren't any good. They may replace that backfield with better athletes. Stephen A. is reading in the paper. It's already in there. I took the L in the last segment. Go ahead, Stephen A. You want to read about it? Listen, the answer is the Cowboys. They had the best, like for most of the year in the NFC, their point differential, not just their wins and losses, told you how excellent they were. Extra, extra, read all about it. Stephen A. takes L after L on First Take.
You know, I just refuse. I just can't take it. I just can't take it. I just can't take it. He's been bragging about the Oakland Raiders for 6 months, and then he comes here today with the Dallas Cowboys. I know he did that just to get on my nerves. I'm just not going to fall for it. I'm just not going to fall for it. Here's the deal, y'all. Here's the deal. First of all, I've got 2 teams. Of course, I've got my Steelers because of that high-octane offense. They're within the AFC. Ben Roethlisberger's time has winded down. I expect them to handle their business. And Martavis Bryant is coming back, and he has sworn off the weed. So I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt. I also want to look at the Atlanta Falcons because I got to tell you something right now. They had some bullies on their squad last year just a couple of months ago in that Super Bowl. I feel sorry for them that they lost, even though I picked them to lose. I think they will learn from it. I think Quinn will learn from his mistakes as a head coach. Kyle Shanahan, he's irrelevant. He's in San Francisco now, but he should not have allowed it. And I think Matt Ryan is going to learn from those mistakes because being 9 years in the league, he had enough cachet, Darren, to sit up there and say, damn it, we ain't throwing the football. We're going to run it. We're going to put ourselves in position to kick this field goal and close the deal. Rather than listening to the head coach and the offensive coordinator, he should have used this cachet and said, hell no, that ain't what we doing. He's learning from that mistake because he's got to deal with the whole offseason. I think Pittsburgh and Atlanta are 2 teams that should be favored to derail the New England Patriots, not the Cowboys with their no defense having self. No.
Listen, I think.
But Atlanta's great defense.
I get it. I do get it. Listen, am I going to pick the Cowboys? No, I'm not in this situation. I don't think the Atlanta Falcons, and if you're talking Atlanta Falcons, the concern is this. They just lost their OC, Kyle Shanahan, who's moved on. There's going to be a little change over there. And you're concerned about the health of Julio Jones. And the NFC South is always up for grabs. Every year there's the Carolina Panthers. They go 15-1, and then they come back next year and they fall apart. Now, and the concern is there's also a good Tampa Bay team coming up in the division. My team would be the Pittsburgh Steelers. And Max hit it on the head. It's about the offensive side of the ball. When you look at the Steelers, they understand. They don't match up defensively with the New England Patriots on defense. The secondary doesn't play man-to-man. They play cover 3, and what happens? Brady picks them apart. So what do they do this offseason? Upgrade the offense. They go out and they draft Juju Smith-Schuster, who's out of USC, another wide receiver to go along with Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, and Martavis Bryant. And everyone I talked to, every cornerback I've talked to in the last couple of off seasons, they've talked about the concern of Martavis Bryant. You cannot cover him in one-on-one situations. I think the Steelers are looking at it as we're not going to match up on the defensive side of the ball, but we're going to have to outscore them.
How could you go against your Cowboys? Now, look, just think about this, guys. If not for one of the greatest throws and catches in NFL history by maybe the best who ever did it in Aaron Rodgers, if not for that, the Dallas Cowboys are hosting the NFC Championship game last year. You think the quarterback might get a little better this year? Even if the wins and losses in the regular season don't reflect it. That was fundamentally an excellent team all year.
You see
if
how he
that
is, Darren?
defense
You
improves
see how
just
he
a
is?
little bit.
You see how he is, Darren? He forgets the little Pop Warner secondary Green Bay had. He just conveniently throws that out. I mean, that doesn't matter. That has nothing to do with it whatsoever. I mean, Jay Cutler or Brock Osweiler could have done something against that secondary. I mean, are you kidding me? I mean, come on. Now, don't give me listen, Green Bay, when you look at the struggles that they had, okay, yes, Aaron Rodgers made a fantastic throw. But guess what? Why the hell did they get that lead to begin with that the Dallas Cowboys had to climb out of? How are we ignoring that reality? It just amazes me. It really does. It really does.